Hello guys, right, well, a few things really. I was asked if I have any actual reversal levels and such like on this uscad uh, chart, and the correct answer was what I posted or tweeted about, is you just draw your levels on the chart. I've put another level on here, just this flip zone, because it's just here and here has created a bounce here, so we're now we've got a range going on. It doesn't mean anything to what how I would trade this really. Obviously the reason I put this up here, well, it's not obvious, but the reason I put this up here is that you don't want to get too excited about taking a big reversal to the downside should this H4 candle close. You just don't arbitrarily trade big H4 candles. You're always looking for a reason to trade them. Now we have got reasons to trade them because there is a serious flip zone here as well. So what I mean by that is the price pivot zone. 4 hours this thing's been fighting at that level and that level, and also here and here for 4 hours, and here for another 8 hours, and so on and so forth. There is something going on here and here. So this gives me a good, all over here as well, and here gives me a good reason to think that this may well possibly have a little bit of a breather, and by that I mean a pullback, profit taking, whatever you want to call it. So the reason I draw these lines on these levels as price moves around is because I've been doing it now for 12 years, ever since I worked out this this sort of 3 candle reversal and candles highs and lows are respected, and prior to that probably 4.5 years actually getting to that stage. So in all, staring at charts for about 16.5 years or so. So you just develop. I end up just drawing stuff on this because I see it in my sleep. We've got a downtrend here. Once this low is broken by this low, you can connect these descending trend lines. So you just start to see this stuff without thinking about it. I can't connect that one to that one because this didn't break that high, and this one I can because this has made consecutive or consecutive lower lows, as it were. Can't think of the correct word now. So anyway, back to this. In terms of drawing the levels, the main thing I would like to keep reminding you of is I don't want to be trading short without at least having, or trading a reversal without at least having a red reversal candle in terms of going backwards on a downtrend, reversing on a downtrend. Or if it was an uptrend, I'd like to see a green candle, or bar should I say, on the RSI closed. So we would have to wait until this bar, candle, whatever you want to call it, is closed red, and then I would start to consider trading this short. So it's always advisable, just when you're waiting for a reversal, whatever direction, whatever time of day, to see whether you've got this in place. So big H4 candle, first thing you look at is 30-minute candle. It can reverse before the close, of course, but the fact you've got a big H4 candle forming is the important bit. I mentioned this before in my end of day trade video yesterday, I think, is that you don't literally have to wait till the 4-hour candle closes. It can reverse before the close of the candle, i.e. 5 o'clock in the afternoon when the candle closes at 6. Don't wait until 6 o'clock, as it were, the close of the H4 candle, because you may well miss the correct move. Okay, so it is just the size of the actual candle forming, it gives you a heads up. Interesting to note here now on this time frame, because I didn't have this indicator on the H4 time frame, on this M30 we can see we're actually approaching the R1 as well. So that could cause us a problem in predicting down moves, because this acts like a magnet to price as well. However, this has moved exceptionally fast. It's only taken 3 or 4 hours to do this whole move. So anything could happen. So this isn't the best formed potential reversal to the downside, but I'm just describing how I would trade this particular candle if it was a perfect one. Okay, But that said, rely on your reversals, rely on the RSI histo. Don't let all the outside noise put you off too much. Even this hourly ATMA doesn't necessarily have to be on this chart at the moment. Just try and clean it up as much as possible. And so to the levels. Right, as we're on the 30-minute chart, we've checked this. If it turns green, then all bets are off for the downside reversal. We have to wait another half an hour. But as it stands, we draw the level on there. That is the 30-minute reversal level at the moment. Low, high, high, low, high, high. If price moves up above that high, then we move this level to the next candle, because that then becomes the new penultimate, and the new high would be the new ultimate candle. Okay. If you're not familiar with those terms, terminology, penultimate and ultimate, go and watch some of the videos in my playlist on my YouTube channel. So H1, we might as well do that next. The H1 reversal as it stands is the low of this candle. Not only does that become the reversal level, in other words the trigger to consider going short after a pullback on the lower time frames, it also becomes a potential target for the potential down move if it happens. Bearing in mind we always have to be aware of old resistance levels as well, which will affect the price before it gets down to that support. Old resistance, old support. 15-minute chart. 15-minute reversal level looks to me to be that one. The high is 849. The high of that one is 844. The high of that one is 845, so it is that one. But because these are all so close, there's no gap there. I talk about trading the gaps, so I would want to see this level broken before I consider trading that short. So potentially a candlestick close through that one, wait for the pullback on the lower time frames, and then continue to the next level. Well, the next obvious level is this flip zone and this 50 level. No surprises that it's been used as resistance, and then used as support, because it is a half round number and they are incredibly important. So a fantastic level to potentially trade to if price came down like this, closed below these levels, popped back a little bit on the lower time frames, and use the 3 candle reversal on the lower time frames to attack that level there. So that answers your question. I don't give any levels, you work them out yourself, and that would be potentially, let's say you managed to get in about there, that would give you a potential of 15 pips thereabouts, well say 12 or 13 net of spread to that level. Okay, so that's it. That's the answer to the question. I notice we've got the hourly ATMA back on this 15-minute chart. That would potentially be sort of trajectory, so that would agree with our potential target area here as well. So everything looks good, and that's what it should look like when you consider trading this. 30-minute needs to be read. Obviously when you're considering trading, so does your 15 and 5-minute, so always have an eye on the RSI. At this point you start to trade, ideally you want to see the RSI in this sort of format over here. This would be the perfect configuration for the short trade on your 5-minute. A bust out, pull back, break and close over here, and hopefully you would be making the perfect short trade at about that stage. So that's what we're looking for on the 5-minute, remember, not the 15-minute. Okay, so that is the trade plan. Plan the trade, trade the plan. If it goes up further, all these lines just get taken off and we move up further and wait for it to drop back again. Thank you for watching. Have a great evening.